Day 3, problem 1. An 18-foot ladder is leaning against a tree. Its base is 5 feet from the tree. Question A, sketch a diagram. Okay. So let's say this is the tree. And some leaves up there. And maybe just a horizontal line for the ground. And then there's a ladder leaning against a tree. So something diagonal like this can be our ladder. Like that. Okay. Now, in a math class, when we take a look at this, we're able to recognize a right triangle shape within this drawing. So here's one side of the triangle, and then diagonal side of the triangle, and then across the ground is the third side of the triangle, and there's a 90-degree angle box right here. And in this question, we're told that the ladder is 18 feet long. So it's this side of the triangle that gets labeled 18 feet. And we're also told that the base, so right across here, is 5 feet. And what we do not know and are asked to figure out in Part B is how high up the tree does the ladder reach. And so it is this side of the triangle that we do not know how tall it is. So here is our diagram. Now in Part B, use the Pythagorean theorem to find that unknown side. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The symbol A is the shortest leg of the right triangle. That appears to be this side here with a 5 on it. And so 5 gets filled in for A. The symbol B is the other leg of the right triangle. That's this side, the one that we do not know how long it is. So let's put the variable B in our diagram that then matches with the symbol B in the Pythagorean theorem. Now the symbol C is the hypotenuse of the right triangle, which in our drawing is across from the right angle. It's this diagonal side, the 18. And so the letter C gets filled in with 18. And there is our equation. So I'm going to draw a vertical line downward from the equals just to keep the left side separate from the right side. And we want to work to solve this equation. We need to isolate the variable B. Here is the B term. And right now, next to the B term, a 5 to the second power has been added. We can remove the 5 to the second power using subtraction because subtraction is the opposite operation of adding. And so minus 5 squared. And on the other side of the equation, to keep it in balance, minus 5 squared. 5 squared subtract 5 squared makes 0. And then the positive b squared can be brought straight down. Now, what do we have over here? 18 squared subtract 5 squared. We need to figure out what this is. So first of all, what is 18 squared? So 18 times 18. 8 times 8 is 64, carry 6. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 6 is 14. Start the next row with 0. 1 times 8 is 8, and 1 times 1 is 1. And now add these together. That's 4, 12, carry 1, and 3. 324. Okay. We want to subtract 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. So we need to figure out what 324 subtract 25 would make. Well, 325 subtract 25 is exactly 300. And so 324 subtract 25 is going to be 299. So we have b squared is equal to 299. To solve for b, we need to remove the exponent of 2, and we can do that using square root. So square root of b squared, and over on this side, square root of 299. The square root of b squared is b. But what is the square root of 299? Okay. Can figure this out on the calculator just to save time. And so here on the calculator, square root 299. Enter. That's 17.2916, etc. Now let's just round off to one decimal place. So we want to round off to this position. Take a look at the next number over. Is that 5 or higher? And it is. And so this digit will round up, 17.3. And so we have found out that the answer for B is 17.3. The letter B is written here in the diagram, and that is the height that ladder reaches up the tree. That's what we were asked to figure out. And so our answer is 17.3 feet. Now, day 3, problem 2. You invest $500 in a fund that earns 1.5% interest compounded quarterly. If you make no additional deposits or withdraw anything from the account, then what is the value of the investment after 5 years? So we put $500 into an account, into an investment fund. It earns interest as time goes by. The interest is being computed by the company quarterly. There are 4 quarters in a year, and so the word quarterly refers to the interest being compounded 4 times every year. Maybe it's done in March, and then again in June, right, every 3 months. We don't take any money out of the account. We also don't add any more money into the account. And so we're asked, well, how much will our money be worth after earning interest for 5 years? And we're given this compound interest formula to help us. So we want to find the value of A by substituting numbers for these other symbols in the equation. So the symbol P, that's our principal investment. How much money did we put in there to begin with? That's 500. And then 1 plus. The letter R is interest rate, but written as a decimal. So we need to know the decimal for 1.5%. To change a percent to a decimal, move the dot 2 spots to the left. Fill in a placeholder 0 when needed. And that's going to be 0.015. Divided. Now the symbol N, that's the number of times per year that the interest is compounded. We're told it's compounded quarterly, which means 4 times per year. So that's a 4. In the exponent, the letter N was 4 times T. T is representing time in years. For how many years are we investing our money? And we're told 5 years. So that's a 5. Okay. Now, any of this that we can simplify will mean less typing in the calculator. And so let's simplify whatever we can easily do in our heads. Dividing by 4, not so easy to do, so let's just leave this alone. But this exponent we can do. 4 times 5, that's 20. That'll save us a little bit of typing. And so with the calculator, we can find the amount of money that our investment is going to be worth. So 500 times in parentheses 1 plus 0.015, divide by 4, close up the parentheses, exponent 20. $538, and now let's decide how to round our cents here. We want to round to this position, so we look at the next digit over. That is 5 or higher, and so that will round up to a 7. So $538.87. And so we put $500 into an investment to begin with, left it untouched for 5 years. All during that time, the company that we gave our money to is paying us interest, and we will have this much money in total after 5 years. And so we earned $38.87 of interest